3 huge red flags that can ruin your dream home.
But first, we're going to talk about that and more after our introduction, so just stay tuned to the channel. But first, let's hit it. Hi, it's Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Honestly, we call text all the time at 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. You saw that I hid my big ear. And now with that, we're going to talk about the 3 huge red flags that can ruin your dream purchase and why us as your real estate agent is your best choice. But more than that, let's talk about those red flags.
Exactly. The first thing that we wanted to talk about basically is structural issues or the water damages, no?
Right. So when we go to look at the home, it can be amazingly gorgeous or whatever. But I'm going to tell you when we're walking around the house, I am not a home inspector. I do not tenderly put my head in crawl spaces and I cannot see the roof. There are things I cannot see with my own eyes. And so that can turn one of the big reasons I can't see, hey, the HVAC is working that day. I cannot see in the details of everything, of course, and neither can my husband. We are not mind readers. This is why we always recommend a home inspection, even with new construction. Do you want to tell a story about new construction?
Which one?
Like, for instance, with new construction, with the HVAC getting slashed because somebody used a box cutter.
Yes.
So your insulation would have been fine walking into a brand new construction, but somebody used a box cutter, which means eventually over time that was going to leak out and cause a home. Maybe you wouldn't have noticed it in your first year of a home purchase in a new construction. However, this is something that can cause a problem later on, and you're going to have to spend a lot more money with somebody having to fix some HVAC stuff because you didn't get a home inspection because you bought new. But just because you buy new doesn't mean you see all the problems. So therefore, I always recommend a home inspection.
The number 2 basically is schools. Now, this is debatable because not maybe all of you care about the school. Some of you, maybe your kids already grown up. They went to figure out their life. But some of you is still either you have kids or you wanted to have kids.
Or it's going to affect your resale value, so you want the best resale value as well. And more than that, as real estate agents, we cannot tell you an opinion on these schools around.
School,
right?
Exactly.
You asked me I'm just going to make up a school name. What do you think about ABC Elementary? I'm going to say ABC Elementary is a good school. They're all good schools. It's going to be my answer, even if I think ABC School, again made up, is horrible or amazing. I have to kind of give the same generic answer as a real estate agent. However, as a mom and as a dad,
we can give you some website.
I'm going to tell you need to do your research.
Like niche.com or bestschool.com. Greateschool.com.
And then U.S. News and World Report. I'm going to research what has gone on, what is not just the grade, what has gone on yearly, what's been the reputation of the schools, what are the Google reviews. Even if you don't have school children, looking up the schools will help you in resale value. And I recommend it all the time. We've moved multiple states, multiple places, and I have done this every single time. Even when our baby was a newborn, and we weren't even going to live there for 2 years. I understood I need to be in areas where the schools are good in case we do end up staying. I don't want to get settled in a place to where I would regret that.
Yeah. So and beside of that, you should look at also the resale value of the home, even you don't have a children at the moment, or your children are grown up. Is still, if someday you decided to sell your house,
it's gonna help
with the school zone, the proper for that area, you have more money in your pocket.
Now I'm gonna put my real estate hat back on. Now, if you come to me and say I only want ABC school, again I'm making up a name, then I'm allowed to say these are the houses that are in the ABC district, and then therefore I can work for you. So I'm not trying to say I can't work for you. That's my job as a real estate agent, to work for you. You tell me what you want and I give you what you want when it comes to schools. I cannot give you an opinion. All of them are good. However, I can say, hey, you told me ABC, these are the ABC.
Exactly. The next thing is really number 3, neighborhood concern.
Absolutely.
If For example, what they need to really to figure out when they are buying in a specific neighborhood.
Okay, you want to look up a couple things. You want to look up, is this a noisy neighborhood? Is there a train track? Is it a high crime traffic area? Again, I cannot tell you the crime, but you could certainly look that up. Also, is there news that's going to be like a 5-lane highway outside your door? Your real estate agent can tell you some of these things, and we should, because we definitely have to stay on track of what's going on in our neighborhoods. And it's all the time. At the filming of this video, I got good news today that the city of Greenville is actually going down in flood insurance because of news. They have taken care of a lot of situations to where they're going to have less flooding. Amazing, right? Again, you should be all paying attention to the neighborhood concerns. You can ask your realtor what is going on, because we read the news, but sometimes you might have read the news first. So I would definitely check out the news of the area, see what's going on, because your dream home is what? It's a huge investment.
Yeah, and as a realtor, definitely if you are in the town or you're coming to the town, we definitely suggest you drive in the morning or in the evening and to see the neighborhood and see this is exactly the place that you wanted to be with your family or not.
And don't have regrets later and say this is the perfect house and then have all these regrets later. That's why these are the top 3 red flags. Thank you for watching the video.
And thank you for calling us at 252-327-3357. We are here to help you. And don't forget to support us and write us the comment on this video and share with us your thoughts.